Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel, honey, and welcome back to another conversation about Nicki Minaj, Megan the Stallion, their entire beef, and Miss Azelia Banks. Okay, now Azealia Banks then came out and she had some things to say. Now, first of all, for the people that's been under a rock hiding somewhere, understand that Megan the Stallion recently dropped one of her newest tracks called His that I thoroughly enjoy. Okay, she took a shot at quite a few people when she dropped this particular song, and she also took a shot at Nicki. Okay, Nicki was one of the people she took a shot at, as long as Party, some of the fans that's been out here, hating. She took a shot at Drake and whoever it's meant for. Okay, she went over to the Breakfast Club and they asked her if it was for anybody in particular that she was trying to hit. She said, let them fly. Okay, if you feel like it hit you, then holler. It's for whoever it's for. Okay, and Nicki felt like it was for her because Megan mentioned that these hoes ain't mad at her, these hoes mad at Megan's law. So that was a line that stuck out, that Nicki felt like she was taking a direct shot at her. And Megan's law is about sex offenders, basically. Okay, there was harm brought to a young lady. She was violated and she was unalived, and not really a young lady. This was a little girl. Basically, this was like a 7-year-old girl that was violated, okay, by one of her neighbors. And the family didn't even know this person's criminal history and them being in or him being in their neighborhood. So because of what happened to that young girl, it resulted in this law being put into place to where SO individuals are required to go on a registry list, and that list is required to be public to everybody. Okay, especially those people in the neighborhood that can get access so that they know who's coming into their neighborhood. Okay, Nicki Minaj's husband has a history of attempting to RAPE or RAPE, not necessarily sure. I believe it's attempted RAPE a young lady, back when he was younger. Not sure exactly how young he was at the time. Nicki says that he was a teenager. I haven't read the court documents to actually confirm which one is which, but I will say that when he was younger, he attempted to violate this young lady, which led to him eventually being charged for said crime. And because he was charged for that crime, he is required to register wherever he goes as an SO. And because of that, it puts Nicki in a vulnerable spot because her address is now out there to the public. And that's one of the reasons why Megan was like, girl, don't be mad at me, be mad at Megan's law. Okay, as to why your husband is in the situation that he is in today. Okay, and also be mad at him for his own decisions, period. So once Nicki learned that, Nicki was really upset. She went on a rant for about 78 hours. I no telling how long, girl. She went on a rant taunting Megan, trying to get Megan to come out and say some things, or at least trying to, taunting Megan to get her to react. Because usually Nicki can get a reaction out of a lot of people, i.e. Cardi. Even if they don't at each other, you could tell when they subbing each other. Same thing with Lotto. She's typically able to get a reaction out of most of the girlies. But with Megan, not so much, okay? Yeah, so Nicki wanted to go ahead and do this diss track. Now, mind you, this really isn't anything new. Okay, Nicki has taken shots at Megan in the past, and Megan has definitely taken shots back at her, because when I listened to Traumazine, I was like, oh, is that for Nicki? I think she's talking about Nicki. So she definitely took shots at Nicki. But during the year of 2023, Megan went very silent after the Tory Lanez case, and everything was settled back in December of 2022. Megan went very quiet. She wasn't saying anything from what I understood. Nicki Minaj continued to take shots, although Megan was very quiet. Megan comes out at the top of 2024 and she drops her His song, and she definitely takes a few shots at Miss Nicki Minaj. Okay, Nicki drops this diss track, which failed in my opinion. A lot of people, majority of people, thought that it was completely whack. Not only did the song just not land, the bars were weak, the beat was not there, and a lot of what she had to say, she already tweeted it out on Twitter, so it was no wow factors at all. A lot of the barbs were upset because they wanted Megan to respond so bad, but it was two things for me. Number one, Megan's His track was a response. That was a response, okay? Because the girl had been silent all 2023 and she finally popped out and she said something. So that was the response to all of the that was said before. Nicki did not have to go and do a diss track. She chose to do a diss track, and that's what she ended up doing. And I figured Megan was not going to respond to her. Again, we don't know. You know, Nicki took a long time to respond to Remy Ma with Sheether. So maybe Megan may take, you know, even longer and get back to Nicki with another diss. We shall see. But at this time, I was not expecting Megan to respond to Nicki immediately at all, because one, like I said, this was her response, and then two, this is a single for Megan. Why would I go and drop another one to overshadow the one that I already dropped? Why would I do that? Right? So I didn't see her coming out with anything. Okay. As we progress forward and we're thinking that things are about to die down when it comes to this conversation regarding Nicki and Megan, we hear that Azelia Banks in her own timing is going to come to the front, and she's going to share her very lengthy thoughts about what she believes about this Nicki Minaj and Megan situation. Now, I did hear some rumblings and conversations about Roc Nation and something about, like, I guess they wanted to sign Nicki at some point and they weren't able to, or Nicki wants to be on their label in some fashion, but things didn't work out for that to happen. I wasn't too sure, but I definitely heard some rumblings about that. Right. Next thing you know, after Nicki took these shots at Megan, she also said that she has about 4 more songs in the chamber, which is interesting for a person you feel is talentless, can't rap on beat and all of that. You have all of those songs prepared for her. But she made sure to mention that when it comes to Desiree Perez, who's also the CEO of Roc Nation, she says that in the next song that she drops, she'll be coming at Desiree because she feels as though Desiree is doing some underhanded things. She fired a lot of people that was unbeknownst to them. You know, the reasons as to why they were fired. She got a lot of people upset or whatever, and she's going to be coming at Desiree Perez for her latest actions and also for the fact that she's trying to replace her with Megan Thee Stallion. I'll never understand this thought of trying to replace somebody. That's like sitting in a VP position at a job and you feel like and you've been there for like 20 years and you feel like they're trying to replace you. Not necessarily, but it might be time for you to move on to other things. Why should somebody else sit around and continue to just sit at that job? And this is a person that aspires to be a VP in the VP position. Why should they just continue to sit there and not have hopes and dreams of wanting, you know, and achieving those hopes and dreams of being in that very position that you see? Like, why is that? It's not that they're trying to come up against you. They just have their own dreams and aspirations. And what other lane can they go to? Right? You know, when you put it in like in that sense and you put it in like the corporate realm, yeah, you probably could transition from different companies. Okay. If you're working for Wells Fargo and you can't get the opportunity, you might be able to go over to Bank of America and get the opportunity. Right. Whereas in rap, if all you do is rap, you ain't got no other opportunity. I have nothing against you. Okay. It's just that I work my ass off to get to this point. And at some point I would like to, you know, achieve all that you have achieved. So instead of you reaching back to pull forward and assist somebody, you feel like people are trying to replace you. And a lot of times it ain't got nothing to do with you. I hate when people put those type of things in their head. It's like they have to always create an enemy or feel like everybody is coming up against them. When I hear that and I see that, for me, it leads me to believe that this person has some unresolved trauma or something that they need to work through on their own, some healing or something. Because it's like everybody's not against you. There are a ton of people that are here for you. Okay. Anywho, girl, all in all, I'm going to shut my mouth up. All right. I just had to give y'all my little spiel real quick about everything. But I do want to get into Azealia Banks and I want to check out what it is that she has to say. She often brings us some interesting thoughts. Now, she can be sometimes to me a little wacko at times, but then, you know, everything she says ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she be making sense. Kind of like, you know, what's her name? Candace Owens. A lot of people don't like her, but then sometimes it's like, okay, girl, I see you. You got a point there, you know? So I want to see exactly what Azealia Banks has to say about this situation, because I believe that she's also going to touch on Roc Nation as well. So let us go ahead and get into that and let's check it out together. All right.
Hey guys. So originally I was just going to stay out of this because it's just kind of like another day, another female rap beef. Like, who really cares? But I think there's some interesting parts to this that everyone's missing. This isn't about Meg collabing with Cardi. This isn't about whatever stupid ass excuse Nicki's making about her telling her to get an abortion and have a drink or whatever the fuck. This is about Jay-Z. This is about Jay-Z. And excuse me, because I'm not trying to be fresh at all. But Jay-Z has this way of kind of like presenting himself in the culture as like this Daddy Warbucks kind of figure. And this is my own estimate and my own just kind of theory. I think that women who choose rap as a path, maybe like 6 or 7 times out of 10 are lacking some sort of father figure in their life. You know, maybe the dad was absent, maybe the father's deceased, just no male role models around. And it's not so much a show of bravado, like, hey, I can do what the boys do. It's more like an inadvertent way of seeking closeness to men.
Interesting.
Now, when you really, really, really dig down into it, Nicki be like sweating Jay in a different type of way. Like low key, she be like low key on his dick. Like it's so funny. I'm really good at reading body language and stuff like that. I could see in the Feeling Myself video, like Beyonce's kind of just like laughing at her, like, bitch, yeah, like you wish. And when they did the performance together, Beyonce's like, no, I'm gonna wear pink, you wear black. She's like, oh, Nika. It's funny. It's funny. Like Beyonce's just sunning her, like, like little bitch. You know. And Jay-Z has kind of positioned himself in this way where almost every type of female artist, female urban artist, feels like she needs his approval of sorts, you know. And Nicki has low-key, like, I could just feel that she's low-key felt slighted by Jay, just even by his association with Meek Mill, you know, but she's also at the same time been trying to wiggle her way in. Like, Nicki wants to be a Rock Nation girl bad. That's what this beef is about. She wants to be a Rock Nation girl so fucking bad. Like, you know, dating Nas. Like, it's just like, yeah, when you really pay attention, like her pitter-pattering around and the way she's always like, that's why Jane clears verse for your album. It's just like, why you fucking care? When did you get a Jay-Z verse on your fucking record? Like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? But, and on top of that,
when
like,
did she get?
It's been years since Jay-Z has publicly co-signed any female rapper.
Yep.
And the fact that
I was just thinking, yes. And the fact that, I feel like this is what she finna say. The fact that Megan isn't technically signed as a actual artist, okay, for Rock Nation, she's signed under their management. That still kind of does give like a piece of the cosign that he supports Megan. And you have one of the biggest men in the industry who everybody looks to as the GOAT. I believe he is even, I'm not going to say an idol for Lil Wayne, but Lil Wayne heavily either looks up to or looked up to Jay-Z at one point. I think Lil Wayne even wanted to sign to Jay-Z at some point before he was given his own label, Young Money. So like Jay is really that NIGGA to a lot of people, and I'm sure a lot of what he says or does is like bond. Word is bond, action is bond for them. So to see that Nicki is always feeling like she's being threatened in the industry to be replaced or whatever, and you got this man who everybody looks to technically co-signing Megan. Yikes. I think she feels extremely threatened. For sure. Y'all don't have to like it, but that's what I do think. And then it's so interesting that it's not interesting that Megan is the one, but I guess to add a little more juice to it is the fact that Megan really got bars. Megan really do be rapping her stuff. No matter how much Nicki tries to say that Party helped this girl write. This girl been writing and doing her own shit before she even came into the industry like that. So don't be trying to play on her. Okay, don't be trying to play on her when you be having multiple writers in your list too, written by XYZ. And I hope you ain't had nobody help you write that diss track, cause that was trash. You must put their name on there cause you just wanted to get. I just hope you ain't had nobody help you with that shit, cause that was horrible. Okay, and you should fire them. But anyway, girl. When it comes to Megan actually got bars. She's one that could really like go up against Nicki. I feel like Lotto is one of those people too. You know, I feel like Lotto be having some bars as well. I think the difference is that Nicki may be more clever with her bars. And I think sometimes when you have to sit and think about what a rapper says, like, oh, I see what she mean. Oh, you lied to the queen and you lied to the king. Gail, oh, that was a bar. See how clever she was with that. Da 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 da. I think a lot of people probably think like that's what makes her so awesome. Right, other people may not be as so clever with their bars, but it doesn't mean that they ain't talented. So for him to co-sign that woman Megan, and she actually can rap, baby. Yeah, I'm sure that lady feel away. But anyway, let's get back into what Azalia's saying.
It's Megan. Like, it could be anybody. You know what I mean? It could be fucking me. You know what I mean? It could be Bad Baby. It could be whoever. The fact that some girl that is not Nicki got Jay-Z's public cosign. Some female rapper that's not Nicki got Jay-Z's public cosign makes Nicki jealous. It makes her feel jealous. And it makes her feel kind of alone. If you like pay attention, like when these things kind of happen, all of those like Young Money guys are like kind of nowhere to be found, you know? And I know she felt really, really special when she aced that monster verse.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just have to say, she is not lying. Like, them Young Money people are like literally nowhere to be found. Like, they may pop out here or there, but I don't think they really be out here defending her like she might want them to come to her defense on things. You know what I'm saying? She has to look to people like Joe Budden that has the audience to sit up there and pander, okay, to her fans. But yikes, I mean, that's the little piece that she does get. Child, because Drake damn sure don't be defended, and Wayne being his own damn world, he'll pop out, get his check, perform, love you Nick, and go on back in the house.
But I think she may have gotten a little deluded, and you know, Kanye's kind of just been like jiggling her back and forth or whatever. Like, you know, poor Kanye. He doesn't know how many women have like actually only entertained him because they wanted to eventually get to Jay.
Oh, wow.
Whew. Okay, that's another conversation for another day. But yeah, Nicki felt like she was supposed to be embraced by him in some way or whatever. And just to see him not give a fuck that she's saying Meek Mill killed, like, yeah, just to see him not give a fuck that Meek Mill supposedly, allegedly, I don't know, beat her up. And I'm not gonna go into that because, you know, I've had my fair share of just men going fucking insane. I definitely have a smart mouth, but I don't hit men because I'm of the belief that, like, if you hit a man, you should expect to be hit back. I don't believe in that, like, oh, I'm a girl shit. Like, no. Keep your hands to your fucking self. But yeah, I have been assaulted.
Okay.
So I don't want to unravel that ball of yarn. But
I have to pause because two things came here. All right. First, when she brought up the Meek Mill situation and him allegedly assaulting, Nicki Minaj, I definitely heard about that situation a while ago. So if that definitely is true that you harmed, that Meek Mill harmed Nicki in any way, Nicki, you know what it feels like to be violated, by a man in such manner. So for you to go into taunt Megan about whatever happened with her foot or something like that, like, that's not cool, ma'am. That is not cool. And as Azealia Banks was talking, it sounds like she was saying that, like I guess like she'll hit a man or whatever the case was as far as herself. And it made me question, are you saying these things because you're saying that Nicki hit Meek Mill, which resulted in Meek Mill hitting her back? What is that about? Okay, now they do have a video that is swarming on social media, on Twitter at this time. I'm not going to pull it up. Y'all could look for it when Nicki was at the VMAs, and it looks like she was kind of going off on someone, which was a guy, and then she like raises her hand at him, or whatever the case was, and he kind of like turns around, kind of walks off a little bit. I wasn't sure if that was Kenneth or if that was somebody else, but the fans definitely caught it from the side of the stage. So this situation here with the Meek Mill kind of had my eyebrow raised just a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's like, Nicki, girl, why would you try and taunt this woman about her situation as far as being popped in one foot, both foots, no foot, whatever foot that happened, and knowing that you've had your own share of experiences, even if it was just that one with Meek. But let's keep going, girl. That's messed up. Let's go.
Nicki's mad. She's mad that... And okay, I'm not even trying to diss Meg. But Meg isn't like, Meg's not really like a typical Rock Nation girl. You know what I'm saying? She's still a little like, a little like ham hocks and hush puppies and shit like that. And Jay's real like,
what does that mean, ham hocks and hush puppies?
He's real like ultra glow, fucking ethnic rhino, you know what I'm saying? Like French femininity, kind of whatever, like very New York, so to speak. And I have a theory as to why he's dealing with Megan, because I don't think he likes her music. I really don't think Jay
really
likes Meg's music. I don't think he thinks she's that attractive, really.
Interesting. Listen.
But I think...
Does he really need to think that she's that attractive if she's not trying to, like, she's not consumption for him? That's for the audience. So does he really need to think that she is attractive? I mean, unless you're trying to compare her to Rihanna or something like that. And like, let me see where she's going with this.
That Jay is eyeing, he's eyeing something with sports in Texas. He is. So he's got like Texas sweetheart, and then he's gonna have like fucking Meg and the Hotties. She's gonna be like the fucking like cheerleader for the fucking football league or whatever the fuck he's plotting. Like, because I mean.
But does he really need that? Like, does he need her for that?
Like, just, like, be realistic. She's got some cool songs. In fact, I liked her sound a lot more when she was with 1501. I think that they had the sauce for her. I don't think Jay really knows what to do.
Well, I think that, and for me, y'all correct me, right? I feel like there was a period where she wasn't really working with Juju on the beat. I feel like she stopped working. Like, Juju, to me, knows her sound. Juju on the track, whatever his name is, and if the beat live, Lil Ju and him. I think he knows her sound. I feel like she may have went and tried and worked with some other artists, which could lend this point to Azealia saying that I don't think Jay-Z really knew what to do or what to do. Now that she kind of like independent in a sense, she probably can call the shots a bit more on who she works with. And I don't know if because of her contract situation, she probably took a break with Juju on the beat. I'm not sure, but it seems like she's back to working with him. And then, a lot of artists don't want to always keep the same sound. They want to, be able to evolve, So those are my thoughts on it, not discrediting saying that Azealia Banks is completely wrong though. But I think she has a point that they might not have known what to do, but I also think that, Megan stopped working with Juju for a minute.
And
he
it's
know
kind of
her
becoming
sound, not 1501.
really
They didn't even know what the hell they was doing.
obvious that he doesn't know what to do.
For real.
Because, I mean, we're not stupid. Like, where did this witness come from all of a fucking sudden? Like, people have been talking about this for like 3 years, then all of a sudden there's just like this random witness. Like,
that's what Whack 100 said, and I don't believe that.
We get the Rihanna stimulus package here with Meg Thee Stallion, except Meg doesn't know how to shut up, and stop.
Wait a minute. I'm going to have to, what did she say? A Rihanna stimulus package. Let me go back.
Here with Meg Thee Stallion, we get the Rihanna stimulus package here with Meg Thee Stallion, except Meg doesn't know how to shut up.
So that sounds similar to Nicki trying to say that Megan wanted a Rihanna moment. And it's like, girl, Rihanna didn't even want her that moment. So what are you trying to say about the Rihanna stimulus package? Because to me, how I'm digesting that is that you're trying to say something similar to what Nicki was saying. And then you're saying that Megan don't know how to shut up. What do you mean? She was quiet all last year. Like, what do you mean she doesn't know how to shut up? And then also, social media is at a different place now than it was then with the Rihanna situation. So if you feel like Megan is more loud, which I disagree with, maybe Rihanna wasn't as loud because we didn't have it like that. I mean, yeah, we had Twitter and stuff, but not like no Instagram. I think that could have been beginning stages or whatever. But girl, what? I don't think that Megan did. I think the fans did more talking about the situation and trying to decide on whether Tory was innocent, not innocent, whether he did it or Kelsey did it or whatever. Like, I don't think Megan has really done a whole lot for you to say she don't know how to shut up. What do you mean? Like,
and stop fucking talking about it and like just do it. I really do think that Megan's gonna be like a shit stain on Jay-Z's career. I really do think
we'll
that.
We'll have to wait and see.
And I say that with all due respect. But Nicki is just mad that because she wants to be a fucking Rock Nation girl, like there's no Wayne around, there's no Drake. Yeah, she feels really vulnerable, and she is vulnerable because she's valuable. And she's kind of just been like left in the wild, and all of these white music execs are staging, they're just like, they're just fucking eating her piece of the pie. And I've said that time and time again, like, bitch, stop fucking arguing with these girls, because it's not about these girls. It's about the white men behind them that want to eat your food. Like, it's not about Doja, it's not about Cardi, it's about Lucas Gottswald and fucking Craig Kalman. Those are the two niggas that you need to be fucking like worried about, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she wants the protection of a Rock Nation. She wants the organization. She wants the organization and the prestige, and Nicki thinks her light skin card bangs as hard as like Beyonce's does.
I gotta look
and
those names
as hard
up
as
she's
Rihanna's
talking
did,
about.
But it never banged them. Like it was like never that. It was never that. Like it was never that.
So Azealia, you got me thinking. I think you're right. I think it has nothing to do with these girls. I think you may have a point about the white execs. But now it makes me think about when Nicki talks about the machine coming up against her, and it's like, could the machine be her own team coming up against her versus these other ladies' team coming up against her? That's why I want to look up those names. Didn't quite catch them. I'm gonna play it again in the playback and see if I can grab those names so that I can like see who the hell are they and who do they represent? What exactly is she talking about?
And I think that even girls like Doja, Doja's really pretty, you know what I'm saying? And she's like actually light skinned, like her light skin card like hits. And Cardi's Latina, like her light skin card just kind of hits by default. And you know, for some time, Nicki was like feeling her little light skinnedness, but she got reminded very quickly. So yeah, just this kind of like false sense of superiority that she awarded herself on the back of just lobbing all sorts of anti-black shit at Lil' Kim, despite never ever being a better rapper than Lil' Kim. Like, I'm sorry, hip hop, you guys are fucking out of your minds. You're out of your minds. If you, Nicki is not the queen of rap. No. She, like, y'all better listen to that 9 record. Y'all better listen to that fucking 9.
Can I just say that, and yeah, I think we need to be clear on what does when one is labeled queen of rap, what are we talking about exactly? I think queen of rap means something different to everybody. And it sounds like Azealia is going off of bars. That's why she's like, Nicki's not a better rapper than Kim, therefore you're not queen of rap. But some people are going off of accolades, and based on what all Nicki has achieved during her time frame, a lot of people feel like she is the queen of rap. I know when I mentioned that Nicki's the queen of rap, I was more so speaking about the things that she's been able to achieve in the industry, you know? Which is why where I would think that confidence, that overly confident, like that's where it came from, is what she's been able to achieve. But it sounded like Azealia was like, girl, you put yourself higher up on a pedestal because you were lighter skinned. Okay, you've been out here spewing this anti-blackness, and girl, you thought you was better than. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that. And when it comes to queen of rap, like, how do you decide or determine a person being queen of rap? Is it by way of bars? Is it by way of accolades? Like, what is it?
Record, Nicki could never. She could never be that hard. She could never be that like Lil' Kim. Just like, Lil' Kim is the best. I think Lil' Kim is the best rapper of all time. I think she's better than Jay-Z. Yes, because Lil' Kim has style. She has she has theater. She has just personality. She has performance. She has everything. Also, don't get me wrong, I love a lot of Jay-Z's music, but Lil' Kim is just a better artist than he is, and she's a better product than he is. She's a better, yeah, just the way she shapes her vowels and just her use of air and everything, like, yeah, here's the theater kid in me. Like, I'm paying attention to shit like that. Jay-Z, he doesn't have as much color as she does. He doesn't have as much variety as she does. Lil' Kim is the GOAT. It's not Jay-Z.
Oh, my.
It's Lil' Kim.
Oh.
But, yeah. Nicki's mad. Nicki's mad. And, you know, her shit is unorganized, and she just doesn't know what to do. And yeah, it's pretty clear that Nicki's fucked up. Like she's like fucked up financially, you know.
That's what it looked like. According to the
I realized it when she was fucking
media.
frying the can of cream corn in the Teflon pan. I was just like, what in the welfare is happening right now? This is insane. And whatever. I've probably like made some fucking crazy looking shit on here, but I'm also not going around trying to like menace other artists and like call them broke and tell them to pay their rent and all that other shit like that. Like, you can tell just by whatever keeps happening with Nicki's butt that she's fucked up right now. Because there's something very fucking wrong with the butt. And I don't know what it is, but I do know that
I know
that surgery to get that shit out of there is a pretty penny. It's not like, you know, a boob reduction or like switching out for a new pair of bags. It's not like
of course, K Michelle broke down, and it's crazy because K Michelle and Nicki are not like really cool because of that whole what was it? Who Wanna Buy a Heart? Something dealing with Meek Mill. She was supposed to get the song, and then Nicki came and was like, "Nope, I want the song. Anybody want to buy a heart?" I can't remember what it was, but Nicki pretty much slighted her. I guess she thought that K Michelle may have wanted Meek Mill at the time, whatever. They got their own issues, and I hate that because I'm like, girl, you need to go over there and K Michelle and talk to her to find out what she did to get this shit out her ass. Hello. And that inspired K Michelle to go on and do a show with Lifetime where she talk about people that get these botched surgeries and having to, you know, get stuff redone with the proper surgeon. Okay, because they was going down to folks' basements getting this shit done. Tragic. I hate it so much. I know Nicki regrets that. I know that she regrets that, child.
It's not like a rhinoplasty. No, I know that procedure, especially
because I know, like, with K Michelle, I think K Michelle said this happened to her, or maybe somebody on her show. I guess there are like tiny little beads or something that a person, like silicone beads or something like that they pumped into this person's butt, and I guess like as life goes on, those little beads or something, they spread throughout different parts of your body, so it's hard when they're trying to do the surgery to actually find where they are and pull them out or something like that. And she had to undergo multiple surgeries on that. Girl, whoo, I cannot. Come on, Jocelyn. I cannot. Girl, I cannot imagine what y'all laid down to go through to get it and what you would have to do to lay down to get it out. Girl, listen.
like, just considering like, like, you know, just how many fucking little pockets of just migrated stuff there probably is.
That's
like, yeah, that's a very tedious thing.
Yes, that's what Kay said.
And it's also like a very risky procedure that she can't afford to have right now. I mean,
and I believe Nicki probably would have that because she did get her breasts reduced, which, you know, looked great on her. But then I don't know, would she, out of fear of what she might look like after? Maybe she wouldn't. I don't know. And then it does lead me to question, could that be why when she's on stage, she might sit down or she might lay down, lay on her stomach, kicking her legs up and, you know, only rapping some of her lyrics and then letting the audience do it. Like, I'm wondering, does that have anything to do with it because of what's going on with her butt or whatever? Like, I hate that. I really do.
I can't. I'm not one to talk, you know? I will be Miss Bussy until the end of fucking time. Okay? And that's that on that. I will be mischievous until the end of time. But an artist of her stature peddling press-on nails. So I do a lot of sourcing and a lot of like, yeah, all day. Sourcing agents, to direct to factory, whatever. I see what the price on these things are. And it doesn't add up, you know?
Girl.
Considering the number of streams and just doing a royalty calculation, it's like something is just really not adding up. I don't believe the lie that she's not doing videos because she wants everyone to.
Listen, I can, because with some of the paperwork that was out about Nicki, it looks like they were saying that a lot of the sync, like, you know, when you get your music synced, whether it's in movies, TV shows, commercials, or whatever, she has debt allegedly that the money she makes from those sync opportunities or whatever are supposed to go to the debtors. So when she mentioned the nail line, and I was talking about this with you guys a few days ago, and I was like, I don't know about the nails or whatever. Maybe that's cool. Maybe that's cute. And now I'm thinking about the money that she probably ain't got. It's definitely giving, when I saw her talk about the press ons, when she showed that, it's giving like a pop-up type, throw together type, like something us regular people might do, not so much as somebody from her on her level might do. But then I was like, well, maybe she'll get it in like Macy's and other store, well, not really Macy's, but maybe she'll get it in like Target or something like that, these other stores, and maybe that could be profitable for her. But I saw a few of you guys get down in the comments that was like, no, her doing these nails actually doesn't make sense. I don't know Nicki for no fucking nails. I know Nicki because of her music, this, that, and the other. Not that it doesn't fit with the brand or something. I was like, whoa, okay. Well, I thought it could possibly, since she got the perfume or whatever, but y'all was like not here for it. And hearing her talk about this, it's just real interesting, girl. I don't know.
Focus on the music. If you wanted us to focus on the music, you would not be like beefing with Meg Thee Stallion. Because I've also, like, trust me, like, I have been, you know, making my own shit on my own dime, and I know what it's like. Like, I know what limited budget looks like. I'm just being honest. Like, I know what it gives. Like, yeah, cartoon cover art. Like, fuck it up.
Not cartoon cover art. Fuck it up.
Oh, shit. Sometimes we gotta do what the fuck we gotta do, you know? But just be honest about that. I think that's a lot cooler.
Bitch, listen. Azealia is getting into some things with this piece right here. For me, girl, this is because I didn't understand. Like, well, I felt like Gag City was smart from a perspective of a person that did not want to spend any money. Create the Gag City, and she has such a big fan base that they're going to create the world around her. They're going to create these images. They're going to do this. They're going to get on, you know, these different AI sites that's going to be able to create this stuff and just drop it and da-da-da-da. That's what they did. She let y'all pretty much promote it. And I think that was smart if you are limited on money. And you mean to tell me that your songs are going number one or whatever it is you're saying, and this hit number one, and you won't have no music video? And I feel like the fans chose the number one songs. Like, I feel like Everybody was one of them, and I think F the Club Up was one. Those were like two songs that should have had a music video at least to it. And you still have not done a music video. And it does make one question: is Republic not dishing out any more money to do the music videos, or what? Okay. Then I think somebody was talking about her doing this tour was for her to recoup. No, I think that was Ken Barbie. Was it Ken Barbie? Somebody was saying she was doing this for free because she owes so many people money, child. I was like, whoa, this is a lot.
Like, just be honest about it. And just go all the way lo-fi, you know? Because I definitely noticed it wasn't until your album drops that somebody put some money up for a stylist, for you to rent clothes from brands that really don't want you in their shit. Oh, I hate that she does that. I hate that she fucking does that. Damn it. But again, it's like, okay, so even though if Kanye did do the Barbie Yeezy, it would have been the biggest selling Yeezy ever, and he probably would have got a seat on the board at Adidas. She just has this like stankness about her. That's just like, yeah, it's like hot sauce and spit kind of earring backs, kind of just like, I always think about that fucking photo with the cheese on the back of the fucking teeth. You know, it gives like AIM toothpaste, like cinnamon toothpaste. Like,
What?
just like stinky. Like a little smelly. Yeah. I mean, even like choosing this guy as a, ugh, it just smells like the hood. You know, it just smells like the fucking hood. Like, it just smells like blackjack roach spray and fucking like dipsy doodles and shit. And just to round this out, yes, saying anything about Megan's mother is it's not even that it's too far, it's just disgusting. And what say you about you being a mother and being an obvious drug addict and like, yeah, like what, like like you're trying to like make fun of Megan's mother, but like what if we made fun of Papa Bear? Like, oh yeah, your mom's like a fucking like dope fiend. Your mom's a dope fiend and your father's a rapist. Like, how would you feel?
Ma'am?
You wouldn't, yeah. It's incorrect. Like, I would feel real stupid if I were Nicki Minaj. Just even prefacing any statement towards anyone with how you win 3 Grammys. And, like, I would just feel stupid. This is how you know that this is not even about... It's not even about Megan. It's not even about, like, any of the shit she says it's about. Like, that's how a woman behaves when she's, like, blind, like, just, like, blind jealousy, you know? And just, like, can't get her way, you know what I'm saying? Or when she feels so inadequate. Like, Nicki has slipped so below, like, so far below Jay-Z's standards. It makes her, like, crazy. I mean, for
Would that be
real, in
because of
all
her husband?
honesty, like, I guess she almost, like, see, this is why I don't, no, I don't like place bets on my pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the pussy likes what or who the pussy likes, and I can't control that. I be dating some funny looking niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, well these niggas are blah, 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 whatever. No, because that's not true, and that's not even what I want to leave as like my life's legacy. But no, Nicki, like you be like lying on your pussy, like you be lying on your pussy. Od, you be fucking like trash niggas, like. You be fucking like some really trash niggas. Yuck. And that's another reason why you couldn't possibly be the queen of rap. Like, the last 2 major beefs she's had have hinged on Nicki trying to sexually, like, embarrass the opponent. Like, it was like with Cardi and the herpes and, like, with Meg and whatever the fuck. But it's just, like... Sis, the cornerstone of female rap is it's sex and glamour. 2 things you are like seriously lacking in.
Ooh.
Like you're like lacking hard. You know what I'm saying? You're not even like in shape and kind of just like, you know, oh yeah, I'm just like wearing what I want, blah blah. Like, I've never seen you eat a salad. Like, I've never seen this woman eat a salad.
That's not nice. Just because you ain't seen it don't mean she ain't doing it.
You are, like, way too... Like, your face be in these bitches' pussy so fucking much. Like, what? What are you talking about? Fucked her mother's boyfriend? Like, okay... ew. Like, first the fuck off. I couldn't even say something like that out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't say that. Whether it's true or not, I could not say that. That's just an L for the person saying that. That's crazy. Because, I mean, from what it looks like you fucked your brother, or your brother was fucking on you or something. Because I swear that rush to defend your brother and all that money you put up, that was panic. You were panicking. You were panicking and scared that some sort of family secret was going to get out. 110,000 million trillion %. You were panicking about a family secret getting out. Like, why is there just so much to do with children and sex and, like, just children and, like, criminal shit around you?
Oh, my God.
Like, sis, you better chill before they, like, hit you with a fucking RICO. Like, you be sending these kids out here to, like, harass other celebrities and, like, steal clothes and do all kind of shit like that. Like, you're weird.
Whoa, baby.
You're really fucking weird. You're a weird-ass bitch.
Azealia is...
And just to be completely fucking transparent, like, she keeps talking about the SWAT, the this, the that, you know, just the way she's acting, like, it's just like, something happens, like, something happened. I feel like the kid got taken away, and, like, maybe her mother has custody of the kid or something like that. Yeah, like the mom had to take the kid because they probably, like, ran up in there and found some shit, saw some shit, or even just the way you be acting, sis. Like, you better be careful on that fucking tour, because honestly, sis, if I was you, I would just cancel the tour, because you're not in any condition to, like, be in other countries. You know, there are countries where that shit is mad illegal. And if you get searched, like, sis, for real, there's no way in hell. I wouldn't even suggest that you try and cold turkey yourself. You can tell she's on it so bad that she can't miss a day. Like, she cannot miss a day, or she's gonna fucking, like, she's gonna, like, go into, like, full seizure. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like,
wow.
Yeah, I also wouldn't be, like, trying to, like, menace a Rock Nation artist while I'm about to go on a Live Nation tour. That just isn't... I also wouldn't be, like, talking shit about, like, Desiree Perez. Ooh, you better watch that landmine there, sis.
Whoa.
Because, yeah, wild. You are just, like, a house of cards waiting to collapse. Nah, sis might be really about to step into some fucked up kind of just torture. Just, like, some fucked up, like, torturous fucking, like, withdrawal where she's, like, fucking, like, grabbing, like, you know, like, trying to, like hold on to her soul for fucking dear life. Like, look how stacked those dates are. And it's like she's hopping borders, like, almost every other day. And yeah, you gotta go through TSA every fucking other day, and you're gonna get searched, because all of this behavior that you have right now, all the shit you're doing, like, you're gonna get thoroughly searched. Mm-hmm. If anyone on your fucking crew is found with anything, y'all are getting locked up. So there's, like, this fucking conundrum, like, yo, that's so scary. It's so scary. Nah, this is, like, the point in time where, like, stan culture gets real fucking, like, scary and toxic. I'm really happy that I have real people as fans, because I know that if I were exhibiting any kind of behavior like that, somebody, one of the fucking cunts, would be like at my fucking front door. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all had to fucking put me in fucking rehab, I know y'all fucking would.
This is messy.
Like, y'all would save my life. Y'all would not just sit there and kind of just egg it on. Because, no, really. This, oh my gosh. She gotta, no. Not right now. No tour right now.
Girl, that was some right there, honey. The last few minutes when she took her face off, really going off and getting into some damn things. Now, Nicki did go over there and hop on the Joe Budden Twitter Spaces, and she was very adamant that she's never done coke in her life. She said she's willing to do like a hair test. And you know her hair is very fucking long too. And she says that it can go back a few years to see whether or not she's ever participated in that type of drug. And she says that she never has. And if she did, she says she would have no problem saying that because we're going to check her. Okay, so I don't know what the hell going on. Some people saying, girl, it may not be the COKE, but something is happening over there. All right, you heard Azealia just say that. So I don't know what the fuck is what. But I've been giving you guys my thoughts as we've all listened together to Azelia Banks' video. You guys go ahead and continue to hop down, continue the conversation down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about everything Azealia Banks had to say regarding Nicki Minaj, Roc Nation, and Megan Thee Stallion. All right, that's all that I have for you guys at this time. I am Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad one.